folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're at the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We're doing the World Touring Car 800 with a maximum reward, it says, of 1 million credits. I think that's a lie. We've chosen to use the GTR GT500 As you could see there as we just ran through it, I've not changed the car at all except for adding the various tyre levels. So racing hard, racing medium, intermediates and wets. We're going to start the race on hards, going to see how far we go. Never done it before, never even tried it. It's a 60-minute race, and it is effectively around the 24-hour circuit at Spa. There you can see the competitors. That's what you're up against, and we started from last on the grid. So this is first time out, no idea what's going to happen, no idea if there's going to be rain or anything like that. So I think we're a bit overpowered for the race, but if we're grinding, this is what you're going to need to get it done as quickly as possible. And I'm guessing it's quite variable on where the rain comes. I've been quite lucky on the other grinds. Tokyo always was wet first half. I never had rain in Le Sar. Then I managed to, in Sardinia. Never had rain in Sardinia. Got a little nudge there from behind, knocked me off the track. Naughty Porsche. We'll get you back, young man. We'll pay you dividends. You give me one tap, I'll give you two. However, we had a little bit of rain at Le Mans, and we tried a few ways to get Le Mans done in the car of my choice. But this is a Japanese GT car. It's probably more power than the European type, world type, North American type 24-hour cars. It's not a handful to handle at all. It's actually a very straightforward handling car. We're on hard, so it's going to slide into the corner a bit. And Mr. 911 Porsche is going to fight us all the way by the looks of it. So as we're looking at the traction control, etc., we'll do that in a moment. We'll flick and see where we are on laps. But I'm guessing, my guess at this point is we're going to get something in the region of, I don't know, 12 laps maybe. Here we go, scrolling through, look at the rain indicator. Front's at -5, just to try and even the rears up, because it's a rear wheel drive. So we're starting out with front at -5, just to try and get the balance back in the car, try and make the rears last longer. There it is, 12.8 laps. So we've overtook one car. Good trouble getting past the Porsche, but it's a long race. It's an hour. We only really have to overtake one car every lap, and we'll be fine. But here's the thing: I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do. So we've just taken the tops off the tyres, going out of lap 1. 11.8 laps remaining, so we know we're safe on a 12 lap pitting routine. Don't know how long the tyres are going to last. It could be that we just keep the same tyres. My assumption is through the hour we're going to get a full 24-hour cycle, so we're going to get, I don't know, probably 6, 8, 10 hours of daylight if it's midday, up to 10 PM. We don't see a day clock, but 10 PM till 5 AM of night time. Then 5 back to midday. Ooh, Mr. 458 is all over the place, isn't he? Let's see if he can put in behind us. No, he likes to run in hot. Again, we'll just put the pressure on. We'll try and block him, prevent him taking a full wide line. And he runs into us. He actually uses us as brakes. No problem. We'll keep pushing. Make our way on. So the idea of this race is to make a cool 1 million credits. It's an hour race. It won't compete with your Tokyo or your Sardinia or even the Le Mans race. They're well in excess of 1 million for the hour. You get into somewhere like 1.4 million, 1.6, maybe 1.8 for those two races. You have to run them twice. What I'm aiming to do here is give you a bit of a show and say, look, if you rotate through the WTCs, the World Touring cars, at the top end of the process, you can have fun grinding. So This one will net you, I believe, $1 million plus. Well, he said it's $1 million, but we'll see what it gives us. It just makes for a different hour if you've got an hour to spare. This is the perfect race to give yourself an extra $1 million or so credits and a bit of fun. And my guess is it will change a little bit every time you play it. And if this isn't a car you'd normally run in your grind, this is one to try. And the RX Vision there is a potential for a number of the grinds. It's quite a decent car. Handles well. I've seen people comment on that. That's an absolute legend of a car in some races. So let's see how we go. Down the hill, we're going to aim to just keep it in 5th gear, run through the bottom and then run across the top, taking a bit of curb, and there we are, flat down the straight now. Good thing about this circuit is you've got a long stretch here to have a sip of your favourite tipple, which I'm going to partake in now. And it's at this time I'm going to draw your attention to Mr. Fraga, our Brazilian friend. He's running a 2:17.6 and our last lap was a 2:24. My guess he's running a softer compound tyre, but let's see where we go. Let's make that a challenge to get as close to the fastest lap as we can get, because we're only going to run hards in this race, I believe. We might run inters or wets if it rains hard enough. Let's see how we go. Also got some ideas today of some more videos that I'm going to post for you guys. I am pretty much done on circuit experience tests. I've actually only got 3 circuits left to do in terms of posting the videos, and I've got 2 circuits left to do in terms of racing the videos. There's 2 I haven't done. They also are St. Croix, however you want to say it, and High Speed Ring, I believe. I have done the last remaining British track, Goodwood. Did that the other day. I just haven't posted the videos. Been quite into these WTC tracks, World Touring cars. So where are we then? Looking at 2:17 for this lap. Do you think we're going to get it 10 seconds from here? I don't think so. We're approaching a bunch of cars. Mr. Mendoza's going to move out. Oh, he's got quite a good grip out the corner. Yeah, a bit slower there at 2:19.9. So a 2:20, give or take. Need to get the toe down a wee bit. Bit of smoke there. Somebody locked up. And Mr. Mendoza gives me a wall to break into. Well done. He comes around on the outside on me. Tyres not really showing much wear. Got the rain radar on, seeing if we can see rain coming. So, oh, probably taking a bit too much curb there. I was nudged off my line, couldn't get back to it, but we kept ahead of Mr. Mendoza that time round. Went up past the Corvette, my other favourite car. Used that for a couple of tests recently. Brake on the end of the rumble strip. Make our way in. Approaching the NSX. I have this NSX as well. It's quite tidy round Suzuka. I wonder if we've got a WTC at Suzuka. I could do that. Would be the car for me, I think. So with this setup, I've left a few points shy on the table. We could have probably taken a bigger turbo. Got about 30 odd points spare because I'm not using the racing softs. Not through choice, it just took the car too high and I didn't actually build up or push the settings, so I needed to use it. I was able to use racing mediums. I got inters quite comfortably. Wets take us to just on the border, just underneath, so we were good. We'll find out in a few moments whether we need to actually run slicks to, as in the racing softs, to get ultimately anywhere near the fastest lap. I kind of guessing we don't. We're a bit slow on this lap, 1.8 seconds down. There's the on the inside. So there was another option to do in this race. I have got that Subaru WRX there, that Impreza, but I've also got what looks like a tasty competitor, is the BRZ GR3 variant, which looks like it can handle itself. I think it was kind of very... Oh, somebody's just gone down pit lane there. Who's gone to pits early? Lap number... What are we on? Number 4, going into lap 5. That's 10 minutes since the race and he's gone to pits. Is that softs? Is that how long they last, I wonder? Holy... Oh, jeez. Not good on softs. You've got to get well out front. So that was a 2:21. We need to find 4 seconds. Clear track, so we're not going to get held up by anybody at this point. There's nobody... Oh, there's one going through Eau Rouge now. Mr. Yamanaka. We're up to 5th, so mostly making good gains with 16 seconds off the lead. And tyre wear looks minimal, so making the way through the afternoon. It looks like the old sun looks like it's going down. We might get a bit of blinds as we go around this corner, because the track will start to head towards the west. Here it is, there's the west. That sun was quite strong. What I did notice here when I was recording it was, as we came down this straight, we get the flickering through the trees on the left hand side. See how the sun's coming through the shadows? And it gives a real stuttered, shuttery type effect, which is quite stunning because you do get that. But it also made me think PlayStation was lagging a bit, but it wasn't. It's the light coming through the trees. On the way up to Mr. Yamanaka. Be interested to see the next time point and see where we are. I am going to try and attempt to make every pass without abusing the AI. I'm going to try and treat this as a real sort of situation race. There we go, we're 0.8 up on our previous best. So if we're actually going to make something of ourselves, we're 11 seconds behind the lead car. And we're now 3 seconds behind Mr. Hizal. Probably just went a little bit wide there, had to lift. Just to save ourselves a bit. Mr. Hizal, we're closing in on him, he won't get in our way before the start finish line, so this is unfettered. We haven't had any interference on this lap. Mr. Yamanaka got our way quite quickly. 2:19.141, so again that's our fastest lap now, and we're 1.5 seconds off Mr. Fraga, who is at 10.8, 11 seconds out in the lead. Mr. Hizal is just pulling away. Good thing about the AI is they do see you and sense you behind them. They do speed up as you make your way up to them, but don't forget they'll also be running... Oh my lord, almost lost that. So the AI will be running to a strategy. If they're race drivers as well, they'll be thinking, they'll have their own instructions about how many laps they're going to run. They'll be told how fast they can go, just conserve fuel, etc. So sometimes you don't just run in fuel map 6 to stretch the car. You'll lift and coast, you'll short shift on the way out, and believe me, you can save a hell of a lot of fuel doing it. You'd be amazed. But if you need to keep up with the cars, or you need to keep ahead, it's not so easy when saving fuel. So we're on lap 6. Got the lead down to 9.4 seconds, and we're 9 seconds behind Mr. Portilla, which I believe, if I remember right, being close up behind him, that is a Dodge Viper, a white one, and he's in the same car in other WTC tracks, which we shouldn't be afraid of. He's we've got around him early, a long time ago, but it's took us about 6 laps now to get towards the front. It'll be interesting to see if we can get towards the front before our pit session. But I reckon the pits will be, what, lap 13. We'll complete 12 laps. Might be dark by then. Don't know. Not really sure how this is going to pan out. We're almost 15 minutes into the race. We've done 6 laps, so yeah, we should be halfway through roughly when we get to pit. Somebody else has gone to... Mr. Frag has gone to the pits there, look. We were really close behind him, and we suddenly caught him up. So Mr. Portilla must have got past him at some point. I wonder if there'd been an incident there. We did see yellow flags, didn't we? I saw that flicker. Wow. So Mr. Fragger has dropped well back. Mr. Portilla some 7 seconds out. I wonder if there was a coming together. That'd be interesting to know. Won't be able to see that though, I guess. Guess we can on the replay. Have to wait for the end. And I haven't any plans. I haven't any plans to show any outtakes or incidents. Make this video way complicated. I'd appreciate if you don't want to watch the full hour and you're just skipping through to see what car it is. Well, thank you for stopping by. For those of you who do get this far, let me know who you are. And thank you for doing so, it's appreciated. So we're at just gone off the 50% on fuel left. We're still on fuel map 1. The leader is actually pulled out a second on us. He's got up to 8.2. 8.3 and he's pulling away. Mr. Hizal 11 seconds back, and Fragger was on front, but we can't see him anywhere. My guess is he's getting repairs, and that's took him down the lead ladder a bit. So it's turned dark, folks. There it is. It actually turned dark fairly quickly. I didn't really notice that. What I did notice was the lights coming over the track, and with that just goes to show how your tunnel vision is focused, and I didn't notice the periphery or what the night sky's like. There they are, up there in the sky. That's beautiful. I wonder if they've correctly modelled the sky. That'd be a question too far, but I'm sure somebody's already made that complaint that the North Star's in the wrong direction or similar. God, there's one of you out there that's done that. So a 2:18.5 was our last lap, fastest lap. I guess the track's cooling off, and I wonder if tyre temperature is simulated at night. I wonder if that happens. I wonder if they cool it down and tyres last longer, but the cars slip around more. 2:17.627 the target. That was a 2:19.9. Not really getting a toe down. It looks like Mr. Fragger's gonna have that. Mr. Portilla went to the pits. Look, we're in first. So there we are. It took us 8 laps to get to the lead. 7 complete laps. We took the lead on lap 8. We got a 18 second lead, and as it stands, no real sign of pitting. It looks like we've got 5 laps till we're pitting. 8 laps. We could be pitting on lap at the end of lap 12, which was the plan. I think that was what the target would be. Right, like there. Light shining out to the track. That's phenomenal. What I'm not doing at this point is looking at the weather radar, and I'm thinking that maybe I should. It looks like a lovely clear night. Or is it? Is it starting to cloud over? Is that white clouds over the top? Looks like it could be building cloud. Do we anticipate rain? Probably. I've kind of forgotten about it. 40% of fuel, and we're just 20 seconds ahead of Mr. Hazal in the Subaru WRX GR3. No sign of Fragger. Portilla's just popped back into 8th place. Look, I do like the way the AI are running their own races. Different fuel strategies, different tyres. But I think like the Tokyo race, they are PP 100 points higher than you when you're racing that. I think this race gives you far more scope to run the car you want to run. And by the way, for those that don't know, I run these races in hard, the hard setting. I've never run anything else. I'm running traction control 1, default ABS, everything else off. No help aids. If you call ABS a help aid, if the car has ABS, this will get it. If it doesn't, the traction control is a natural part of any race type thing. Even in Formula 1 nowadays, they say there isn't traction control, but there is. They've done it other ways. They call it a different thing. Triple clutch switches, so you can have different levels of clutch. It's traction control, I'm afraid. No, you just feather the clutch in, feather the clutch out. Mr. Yamanaka's gone for tyres from 6th place. He cascades his way down the race. We are 26 seconds ahead. We're still within a second of Mr. Frog's lap time. It doesn't look like we're going to catch him, but we are losing fuel. So, and tyres are not even 20% done yet. I'd say they're 15. So we've still got a whack load of grip, and the car should be starting to speed up because we haven't. Our fastest lap of the race was in lap 6. So here we go. The old night sky's brightening up, very, very white with the clouds above us. We're still running consistent laps. No real threat from anything really. Track circuit's clear. I do see we have a straggler in front of us. So at the start of the race we went past the Porsche. Gave us a bit of a bump and grind, didn't it, as we came through lap 1, and we only managed to get past him as we came down to the final couple of turns. So I wonder how far up the road we're going to catch him. I want to start lapping. Will people start pitting for a second time? Maybe he has pitted for a second time, don't they? So where do we think we're going to get? Do we think we're going to get anywhere near a target lap time? 2:17.6. We'll try and cut a bit more there. There it is, fastest lap of the race. So we took 3 seconds off from where we were kind of running in 21s down to 19s, 18s. We're stuck in the 18s. Maybe we took 2 seconds off. 19.9 down to 17.5. That's not so bad. That's not so bad in terms of things. Coming up the hill nicely there, back into 6th gear. 5th gear seems to be right for the hill. And we're just coming down to quarter on fuel, so we should be on lap 10. We are on lap 10. We're just going to do this lap. Now we're going to do 2 more. So Mr. Hizal's pitting. He's gone for his second pit on mediums. He's already pitted once. What's that about? That's strange. Or had Mr. Hizal not pitted? No, it was Fraga, wasn't it? So Hizal went long, mediums, down to, what was it, 13 or 23% fuel, so he's gone long. It was on 41 seconds, so we're probably 1 pit stop up now. If we pitted, we'd come out first. So the discussion is, thinking about pitting, do we actually have to change tyres at this point? We got the fastest lap. We're running the fuel down to nearly 0. Am I thinking, are we going to turn the consumption down? So we're going to run 5 or 6 on the fuel and keep the same tyres and do 1 pit stop all the way to the end on a set of hards and just run it out, because you know they're going to pit every 8 to 10 laps. They're going to pit 3 or 4 times. Be interested to know how many laps we get done, if we're going to do 24 or in the hour. We're just entering the 23rd minute, so it was a 2:17.9. That's pretty consistent. We got this lap and another one to do, which we should easily do. 2.4. Now we're not actually getting any closer to capturing that tail end, are we? Doesn't look it, but we are a fair stretch ahead. 43 seconds. We'll move that out a little bit further as they come round that chicane. Or just starting to feel the car slide about a bit there. Just overrun that corner as we're trying to push on. should start to see the remnants of blue flags of the cars ahead getting told that we're approaching. That should start to happen maybe at the end of this lap, I think, as we get closer. We're only a corner behind. Somebody must have been there. 43 seconds ahead almost, 42.7. I could actually widen that entry up to there. I'm coming in a bit narrow. So yeah, I'm thinking no tyre change. Or should we go to... Should we actually drop to mediums? See if we can run this race on mediums. But the next time we do it, drop back to mediums and see what happens. I wonder. So the back marker's now just there. He is just going through the chicane. Did he actually carry on down the straight, or did he go to the pits? Can't see him. Did he go to the pits? No, he's carried on down the straight. There he goes. And is he getting a blues? Is that a blue light over the start finish? No, they're the greens, I think. There he is, he got the blues. So as we went past the start finish line, that was a blue. And we're on to our last lap for this stint. So it is decision time. Are we going to change to mediums? I think mediums are the way to go. Cloud looks like it's breaking above. We can see some dark skies. Or is that dark clouds? Is that rain coming? I know, I've actually never done this before, so to me that looks like white clouds being, you know, like the reflected light. Then the dark clouds are looking like dark clouds. They look like rain. Tyres, I wonder. 33 minutes to go. We're in the 33rd. Sorry, we're in the 26th minute. People are pitting, so those guys at the end there have gone to the pit. We're going to take them on the inside there. Nicely done, he let us through. There we go, we're starting to really pull the field in now. Yeah, I think mediums is where we're going to go and try and run some faster times, get some more laps in. We're going to lose 40 odd seconds here, so Mr. Portilla could be close to us as we come out of pits. Not really sure if it takes 40 seconds or not. That's what I seem to benchmark in my head. It's roughly right. It was at Tokyo. Full refill and tyres is 40 seconds, including your run up and down the pit lane. 3% less fuel. It just says half a lap. I don't think that's going to be enough to do a lap. So yeah, there's the fuel warning. We're going to drop into the pits here. There's the next car in front of us to lap. He's made it round to the left. We're going to go for the pits there. There we are. Blue flags waving, but that's not for us. Plastic down here. Through that line. There it is. So we're going to go mediums. We're going to refuel all the way. Happens. Because the hards that we were running, they'd last all day. If you didn't want to change tyres, you could run them all day. If the fuel would last that long, you could run them, no drama. You could be 2 seconds, 3 seconds a lap slower, maybe 4 seconds a lap slower, still come out in lead. This car's pretty impressive. It's nice and fast down the straights. We catch them hand over fist. For me, this is an easy grind car, and with an easy grind, really all you're just looking to do is just rack the points, but enjoy it while you're doing. The reason they call it a grind is just because, oh look at that, left hand side, the tyre indicator's not changed. I would expect that to change, and it has as we've left the pit. So we're on racing mediums. Just take it steady around here. You don't want to go off and get a penalty. So here we go. We're in the lead by 10 seconds. So it was a 37-second pit stop. Just got to be careful at the end of here, change up to 6, that we don't actually overshoot the corner. The tyres will be a little bit cool, even though the mediums, they'll have been in the blankets. So everybody's now pitting, everybody on. Fragger's pitted again. He just made it back up to 5th, 6th place, and he's pitted again. He's on softs, and his tyres must be wearing out before his fuel has, because he's got 40% fuel left. It's a good thing to notice about the softs. So we're just 7 seconds in the lead now, and it looks like there's only 2 cars. Maybe Mr. Portillo and Mr. Miazano, they're probably out of sync on a pit, so if they pit at the end of this lap, they'll drop back into the pack, it looks like. Those cars that we'd lapped are probably unlapped themselves again, which is great because that gives us free air to run in. We don't mind that, do we? So 13 laps in, we're now into the second half of the race, which makes everything alright, because currently we're on for winning $1 million, so that'd be $500,000 earned in your bag at this point if you consider if you've run the laps you've got the credit. But that also says that this race is 12 laps a pit stop and then 12 laps a pit stop. So that guess we made at running the hard racing tyres, they will last a race. You just have to pit for fuel halfway and then ultimately try and understand if you can stretch the fuel, which I think you can. You come out of the halfway point with 10-second lead and you know they're pitting every 8 laps. You're in. They'll pit 3 times, so you'll get best part of half a lap advantage, even if you're running, I don't know, fuel 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. If you run at 4, 5, you've got a chance of making a pit stop after the 30 minutes and still be in the lead, and then run it hard until you need to run the last couple of laps on the full fuel. The whole point is just to get to the end of the race, but that can be something you can play with if you want to try something different. Mr. Miazano's pitted there now, so he's gonna drop back from the back of the pack there, and we're just closing in now on the lappers again. This will be our first full lap on the mediums. We'll see what tyre performance is like. They have actually started to wear. We're seeing a wear mark on the top of them, and I'm not seeing any rain on the rain radar there. You can see that on front of us. Obviously my brain was thinking about rain at this point. Is there any coming? Oh, and the sky's clearing up. Look, those clouds have moved away. So we've got clear skies. Looks like we're through any threat of rain by the looks of it, which is great. What we need to be looking towards is the rain direction though. So as we're looking back that way now, we're looking into the window. There's no clouds coming, so we're looking cool. No rain at all. No chance of rain. So if the hards lasted, I don't know, 20 laps, do we think the inters will? They're not inters, racing mediums. Do we think they'll last 12 laps? Looking at them, they look like they will. Here we go then. So have we? It's a 17.3. Yes, the racing mediums give us the new fastest lap of the race, which is what they should do. And we need to just pace ourselves and get a bit quicker. See the blue light flash there? That tells us we're catching the back markers. Now the 5th gear and take Eau Rouge. Oh, we've done it in 6th. That's nicely done. Happy days. So that's through Eau Rouge in 6th gear, and that helps in the stickier tyres. And there's the back marker we're catching. Wonder who it is. Definitely showing in the blue lights. Oh, it's the skyline. Did you see those blue flashes at the exhaust as he changed down? That's one of the best things about racing at night time, is seeing the little extras they gave the car. I don't know, will we get alongside him and see his brake flash? There you go, look how good that was. Beautiful. That was really nice. Got past him around the outside really quite easily there. He probably just stepped on the brake and let us go, but it looked good, it felt good. The tyres just started to show, what, 15, 20, coming around to 20% wear. So we might only get 10 laps out of these boys. There we are into around to the last half of the track, the last third maybe. Just made our second back marker overtake, relatively easy. We're 0.8 of a second up on our fastest lap so far, so it looks like we're going to be in the 2:16s on the soft tyre. 25 minutes to go as we just tick through the minute. Use a bit of curb there, and then we're going to brake at the second marker. And there we go, the first has changed down through the apex, first time, second time. Then run to the line, see if we can get a 2:16, it'd be nice. 2:15.7. That's second and a half gone easy. Brake just after the 100 down at first with this hairpin and charge away down the hill. See if we can take Eau Rouge in 6th again, or if that was a fluke. We're 26 seconds up on Mr. Portilla. 6th gear, we're good through there. Somebody coming out the pits. Mr. Portilla's just gone to the pits with only 4% of fuel. This is Mr. Beauvoir in the BMW. We're just gonna, blooming flashes, they're awesome. Do love those backfires out the exhaust on the overrun. He's given us a nudge as we go through the corner, but nothing to be afraid of. Is he going to come up our inside? He is. He's going to go deep. The idea is then we'll cut back to the inside and he covers us. Put a curb on the grass, put a tyre on the grass and get around him. There we go. So Mr. Portilla still in second place as he leaves the pits. I'm guessing that time's going to get adjusted as he comes out. There he goes. He's actually fell down at 6th place now as cars go past him. He's making his way now. He's made his way out the pits quite easily. He's a minute and 2 seconds behind, so we really have put some time on these boys behind. And dawn has approached. We've got sunlight. Oh, daylight. Let's now say sunlight. Still got headlights on, and we've switched the power down to lean. Now here's the thing. Why am I thinking that? I've got 8.6 laps of fuel remaining. 20 minutes. Well, I know we're safe to make a pit, but what if I just make these we've got the fastest lap of the race. Nobody looks like they're actually going to get anywhere near us. And I'm thinking if we just coast and run now to the end, can't see any clouds in the sky. Look, if there's any clouds, they're little ones. The wind really has died off. It's 1.4 meters per second. No clouds are going to come rolling over anywhere near by looking at the weather charts. Let's just see what's around the corner as we run down the hill. No clouds at all. Nothing. No clouds anywhere in the sky. 1 minute 8 second lead. Goes up to 6th for us. Now we're going to keep it in 5th. Run the curb. Oh yeah, because we're on fuel lean 6, so we're just going to try and run this race to the end, see if we can run 21 more minutes. We're about 25% of tyre wear, look on the rears. But we are 2.5 seconds slower lap. It doesn't matter, we've got 1 minute and 8 seconds lead. We could lose 5 seconds a lap now and not be anywhere near worried. It's quite an unusual yellow sky in the morning there. It looks fairly hazy like the morning would, where you get the moisture rising off the ground as the sun starts to heat it up. So we're into the last third of the race now as we tick into the almost into the 20 minutes. Mr. McEwen and Mr. Yamanaka going to pit again, both on mediums. Back marker is slowly catching us, but we're also catching the guys in front running fuel 6, so no dramas. And I'll say that at this point, really quite happy with my driving, remaining focused and concentrated for 40 minutes. No dramas, no real incidents with the AI. Until that point where we clip him on the apex, run slightly wide, but I think we got away with it. No major damage, although I think there is some mechanical and physical damage given to cars, so if you do hit somebody, you could actually absorb damage, I think. Coming back underneath the RX Vision again, we're just behind him as we come across the line. Running a 2:22, so we are running the slowest laps we've ever run in the race, other than the pit stops. And we've got 8 laps of fuel remaining. 8 times 2 minutes 15 is 16, 17, 18 minutes. I think we're going to be alright for fuel, just if we coast and roll and then short shift. I generally think we're going to be kind of okay short shifting. Then drag the gears out a bit. Lovely blue sky for the morning. Again, the wind has tailed off, it's down to 1 metre per second. No sign of rain whatsoever, none at all. Around this corner, nice and tidy through there, lovely line. And we've got a gaggle of cars ahead of us, just 2 corners on. Down at this corner, 19 minutes to go, so we're well into the last third of the race. The day looks like it's going to heat up, and if we could put a bit of a show on for the last couple of laps, I'd say, because we're going to save the fuel. Genuinely, I would like to be able to. I think we're doing alright. So if we're saying 8 laps of fuel left, 8 times 2 minutes 22, we called it 2 minutes 15, 8 times 2 is 16, 2 more minutes is 18, we've only got 27 seconds to find, and if we're over a minute ahead, we can coast through and just not need a pit stop. So we're good. We're going to run to the end with the current setup then. We are going to manage that quite effectively. Winds continuing to die off. I see cloud. I saw a big white cloud hiding over the left hand side there. But he's away from the track and he's away from the wind and he's not coming this way, so nothing to worry about, I think. There he is. Look at the size of him. It's white though, not black, so we should be alright. And by that I mean a black cloud will be carrying water, a big grey monster. Back end was twitchy then. Tyre wear looks great. We're just the 3rd used on the rears. 7.7 laps to go, 56%, 59% of fuel left. Down to 17.5 minutes to go. We're good. Running down here, no dramas. Still got some morning haze though, by the looks of it. I don't know whether the coming up the hill. Here we go, through there, beautiful. Guys are good. We're running consistent 21.5, 22.9, 21.9, so 22's 21s, it doesn't really matter. We're taking 6 seconds out of the leader a lap by the looks of it. We're at 1:14 now, 1 minute 14 in the lead. We can almost pit twice with no dramas. Oh, look at the sky now. Loads of clouds about, look. But from where the sun's coming, the wind's dropped to 0.6. Doesn't seem to be anything much, but there's a real muggy feel to the sky now. There's no real direct sunlight, no real feeling to it. I wonder what the old radar looks like. I'd need to look at the radar because there's always going to be rain, isn't there? You get the feel there is. It's feeling quite grey now. A little bit of blue sky over there, and it just looks clear above us. Doesn't look like there's much in the way of lots of distant clouds. Look at that, only 7.3 laps, so left the fuel. With that being the case, 7 times 2 is 14, plus 14 and 3/4, 15 and 3/4. So there you are, 15.33. We're good. We're good. Look at that sky now. Oh man alive, it genuinely looks like we're gonna get rain. We need to think. Oh, and here it comes, here it comes. Oh, I should have taken the pit lane. You can hear the rain. You can actually hit, you can see it. It's hitting the track. Look at the wet indicator. Should have probably pitted there. Should have probably pitted. Look how fast it's coming down. There's not just wet spots. This track. Oh, have I blown this? Have I made a fruity failure? We need to think about getting around. Let's just skip through and do the traction control thing. Let's give ourselves a bit of traction control so that any slippages we can manage. Through Eau Rouge, just coasting. Properly back on the gas now as we come up the hill. Yeah, look at that. We need to change to winters. We need to change to wets as quickly as we possibly can. Let's start to look at the track. Yeah, there's cars leaving the circuit. There's cars going the wrong way. Oh, everybody slid off. Brake, 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 brake. Car in front of us, we've gone straight on. Oh dear, could get a penalty here. Yeah, genuinely could receive. Oh, I've slid straight off into the barrier. Across the grass. Oh, we managed to recover. No overtaking allowed. Accident ahead. Every time I touch the throttle, the car's spinning. Oh, we've lost control. No, we're off. Here we go, bump. See how we can do. We can overtake now because I've left the circuit, but oh, can we get round this corner? Oh, there's that Porsche again. He's rammed us off the circuit at a low speed. Oh my lord. Second gear. We've got no traction whatsoever. Traction control's cut in. Probably help if we... Yellow flag. He can't overtake us. He's just spotted that. So, looking at the chaos that's ensuing, I'm 2 minutes 4 ahead. We've got to get this round the lap. He's giving us a nudge, the swine. Oh, Mr. Subaru, what are you doing? Just get back on the gas and get... Oh, you can't do more than about 50 mile an hour here or you come off the circuit. Back on the track. There we go, use him as a wall. Mr. Hizal, thank you, sir. So, oh, we've slid off again anywhere. Trying to go round the corner this. Right, so we're definitely into wet territory. I've lost 2 places. Mr. Fragger, he's in 12th, so making his way back up. So we no longer have a time as a lead. Oh, yellow flag, can't overtake, just back it up. So Portilla and Mendoza have both gone in the pits, they're up there. They've got, I'm guessing they're going to go to wets. So Lopez, Portilla and Mendoza are in the pits. There's 12, see how sideways his Al got there. There's 12 minutes left of the race. This is a 3-minute lap. We're going to go and try and take him on the inside. Hopefully we can use him as a bit of a wall if we start to slip. No. And we're down to just 2 on the tread marker on the water depth. So that's cool, but we definitely need to pit. I don't think we can get through this without pitting. Traction control still on 5, up to 60 odd mile an hour. But if you remember from the S10 test, you've got puddles left and right back past the Porsche. We regained that position that we lost. Oh, I've lost control here. I'm just sliding off the track. Oh, my word, it's tricky this. And the rain's coming down again, so the wet meter's going up. What's my chance? Oh, don't even try and turn an accelerated time, Jimbo. So Miazano and Robilar have both pitted. They're on hards. I've got to slipstream the Corvette here. Do I just bump draft him? Yeah, bump draft. The NSX has slipped in behind it. Any use of the steering wheel invokes a slide. So here we go, coming down to the chicane. Down to first gear. Use him as a brake if we have to. No, he's sliding everywhere. Everybody's going to the pits. The NSX has come up me inside and dirty swine. At least they made the corner. Got no forward momentum at all. The car won't accelerate because of the traction control. Porsche's going to push us through though. Come on, Porsche. We got a 2:31 lead at this point. Traction control's back in. There we go. So that was traction control cutting in. We're going to full wets. What have we got? That's the pit in time. Here we go through the pit. Round the corner towards our pit stall. 10 minutes remaining of the race. We're just going to tick into 10 minutes. So this can only take 40 seconds, this. I don't think we're going to take fuel. We're just going to take tyres. If it's just a wet tyre change, and away we go. Yeah, no fuel. Get out of the way, mate. On we go, 9:50. We've got half a tank of gas. Good. The actual stationary time was 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds. Here we go then, Porsche's behind us as it should be. He just took tyres. Let's go steady through here. Oh, we got straight on. Oh, there's a penalty, 3 seconds. Cutting the old track there, exiting the pits. Hey ho, so where are we? 1:31 in the lead. We got 9 minutes 20 seconds to go. Portilla, it did show us at -5 then 24. So I thought we had over a minute. What's it going to say? We don't have a time. So with that being the case, 51 minutes of the race gone. It shows we've got 7 laps remaining. Well, at this point, 8 minutes to go. It's 3 laps. There we go, 45 seconds ahead. So we've got another pit stop in there. Wonder where we're going to get the penalty. When do we run the penalty? Is it a braking penalty or is it a gated penalty? One of those where you pass the yellow flag. So this is the one round this corner. It'll tell us because the yellow bar will come up. So we're running power 2. Just being on the conservative side. Knowing we've got 40 seconds of a lead, but he's catching us. But you know, I don't think we have to thrash this. I generally don't think we do. I think if we're happy to lose 5 or 6 seconds a lap, we've only got at most 3 laps to do. Here we go, here's the penalty line. So we're going to lose 3 seconds. There it is, 3 seconds. Just slow down. Down the gears. We didn't. We're still stuck in 5th, so we're going to lose some more time. There we go, down a 3rd. That's the way. And then Mr. Hizel passes. No drama there. He's in 11th place. Whoa, we overcooked that. We might get another penalty now. But he knows he's blue flagging on us, so he's going to let us go. No, he's not. He's actually going to fight it back, and he's nudged me off the track. Well done. Oh, so does Mr. Fraga. Now he yields because he's got blue flag. Well, that's crazy, isn't it? Why would you overtake that? So 7 minutes left. We're running 2:28. So there's 3 laps to go. We've got a fair whack of fuel. We're going to be good here. Back up to power 1. That's the way. Put some distance between Fraga and Hizel. We've lapped up to 10th place by the looks of it, so no dramas. Let's just run it to the end, nice and safe and sound. Not looking to set any records, no need to put any high performance laps in, just to run these laps out. Words that will come to haunt me, I guess. I think the thing is, you know that we win this race because I'm posting a video, and I rarely post videos that I don't win. I've done all golds on all my lap times, etc. But there we are. The question is just how much of an easy grind does this car make this circuit? You can do it with the Tomahawk, You can do it with Porsche 917. I was just trying to do it with something that I'd never seen anybody else do it before. And there we are, we're approaching the back marker, get the toe down, see where we're going. See if he gets blue wave flags, blue lights. And there you can see the dry line forming. That's another great thing about this game. How it updates and shows the dry line and a wet line and where to run offline. It shows puddles, I think it's great. I think the spray behind the car is well represented. Oh my word, we've gone off the track there a bit. Oh yeah, and I think they simulate the standing water really quite well. And that gauge on the left hand side, you can see it going up and down, and we're at the point of changing back to inters. But 5 minutes to go. Generally I don't think we need to worry about pitting. We've got loads of fuel, we've got 5 laps left, that's where we're running the full map. Brake down to the final corner here. Through we go, 4 minutes 54. 2 more laps to do, we're going to get through the lap this time. That'll be us done. This one and another one is what I'm trying to say. To make the full hour. We've done 55 minutes. We're in the lead by 33 seconds, so he's no longer gaining. Mr. Portilla, he is just hanging out, chilling out for second place, and he's happy with that. We actually ran a 2:28 there. Oh, he didn't progress, did he? Oh my lord, Mr. Gallo. He's actually running a different NSX to the one he was running in Tokyo. He was running the blue one, the NSX 17. He's running the GT3 this time. That's interesting. Mr. Mendoza's just pitted for wets. Well, that's a bit late. No, he's gone in on wets. The interesting thing will be what it comes out with. He's going to come out on, if you look at the wet gauge, bottom left hand corner, that's showing that we're below the bottom markers, so it's good for slicks because it's a drying environment, and occasionally there's a bit of a puddle that flicks it up. Look, you can see it there. So let's see how much fuel he takes, and then we'll see what tyres he comes out in at the end. We are 37 seconds in the lead. Concentrate on driving, really, not watching what people do in their pit stops. He actually changed to the white tyre, that looks like hards, and then disappeared off the screen. No, he's actually come out of the pits. I don't think he took fuel, I just think he changed tyres. Lost the back end a bit there, onto the curb, and away we go. So definitely then, somebody else has just come in taking off their wets. 2:23 definitely then. So as we come round the end here, we've got 1 lap to go, 37 seconds in the lead, no dramas. We've done 23 laps, it'll be a 24 lap race. We could have pitted once if it was dry. But we did have a 5-minute lap in there, you can see there at lap 20. So, but I guess if we'd have coasted a few more laps and not really pushed it, we'd have got through with one pit stop. And that would be the target to find. I'm guessing this would be that car to do that with. I also think this car could run a bit more downforce maybe. 5th gear. Bit of slip through Eau Rouge then. That dry line is definitely forming down here, but you can see there's also puddles on the right hand side. Watch that fuel gauge, watch that wet gauge on the left hand side as we come down here, as we come into this final section. Does it bob up? Bob up? No, it doesn't. It's drying out. We slid round that corner as the water level came up. There it is again. You can see the water on the curbs there as we went round the corner. Graphically superb. And with that, folks, it is the last lap. So I'm just going to shout out there to everybody that has subscribed, everybody that's watching, everybody that's actually doing things for the channel. Even watching it, you're promoting me, which is fantastic. I appreciate that part, folks. I suppose the good thing is the next video I'm going to share with you, if it's another World Touring Car one, we'll just give you another set of hints as we go around the outside of that car again. I'm also quite pleased to announce that the next video could actually be a bit of a surprise. We've got into a world top 10 by the looks of it, and that's what I'm going to video next this evening once I finish this video editing. We're going to actually go and try and get number 1 in the world on one of the tests, because we are not far away. And it will suit my age. Oh my god, we lost it there. Oh, as I'm thinking about other things. Oh my lord, 47 seconds ahead, 16 seconds on the clock. Let's just focus and take it to the end. I've wrecked the front end of the car up. The red flasher, the front left wheels got damage. Oh, fuel map's down to 4. That's the way. Try and run it to the end. No great dramas. Come on. I was thinking about other things. Oh, lordy. Yeah, what was I saying? Number 10, up to number 10 in the world, and we'll see if we can go number 1, or as close as we can get to the top. And here we have it, folks. As we go through the line, that's us. First place, World Touring Car 800 at Spa-Francorchamps. That's a 60-minute race at PP 800. The car was the Nissan GTR GT500 08, packing 527 brake horsepower. It's it's a front-engine, rear-wheel drive car, naturally aspirated, no turbo, and it's at 1100 kilogram, and that's your boy in the wet. Really quite simple to drive, except for that last ding-dang that we just had there, and trying to run in the wet. But there she is. If you want to grind it out and you trying different cars, this one's a no mods race. You don't need to mod it at all. Just bang the tyres on it and away you go. And that is my recommended grind for this track. Here it is, there's the final one. So 1 hour and 22 minutes, we didn't have to run overly too long. We were 44 seconds almost ahead of the guy behind, and a further 1 minute 16, 1 minute 17 behind him. There it is, folks, first place and 1.5 million. Take care.